What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday, right back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get it. YouTube still got my channel on lockdown. I think they got me shadow banned, so you may not be seeing my videos all the time. You might have to do a little bit of extra searching to look for my videos. Got me on the 90-day ban, demonetized my channel. So if you still want to support the Stock Holiday channel, the Cash App is in the link. I appreciate you guys for continuing to support the Stock Holiday channel. Cryptocurrency is doing its thing. We are in a great place right now. Just recently seen Ethereum eclipse the $4,000 mark. That is something that we have been talking about for a very long time. Last night on the Thursday Night Live show, we had a great time. If you guys missed the Thursday Night Live show, make sure that you come out every Thursday and join us. We have a fabulous time talking about some of the altcoins, talking about what's going on in the market. There's always a wealth of information that is discussed on the Thursday Night Live show. So, $4,000 Ethereum today, excellent level. That is something that we have been talking about for a very long time. Didn't know when, didn't know how, but we knew that it was going to happen. It happened earlier today. It did touch $4,000. This is something that we have been talking about since Ethereum was $2,000 just a few months ago. Things have transpired very aggressively. It may not look like it's been pumping. Ethereum has been exploding, has been running laps around Bitcoin, and we know Bitcoin has been doing well. So shouts out to old man Ether doing his thing. I'm taking a look today. The Ethereum dominance, 12.36%. We're very close to 15% Ethereum dominance. When you take a look at the trends, you take a look at the cycles before, how high do you think the Ethereum dominance will get? That is something that you need to pay attention to. That is something that we need to pay attention to. Doing research, going back, looking at the previous cycles. What was the high that the Ethereum dominance hit? We know back then there wasn't as many altcoins as there are now. So the Ethereum dominance probably won't get to the level that it was back then. But you need to understand and do comparison and contrasting the various trends so you can try to project how high the Ethereum dominance will get to. Phase 2 is happening right now. When will phase 3 happen? Will phase 3 happen once Ethereum hit it and break its new all-time high, $4,800, when it hit $5,000? Is that when phase 3 will start to get activated? Phase 2 has been activated for about 2.5 months. It is very close to seeing phase 3 getting activated. Yesterday, we saw a lot of altcoins, a lot of large cap coins explode. We saw Pendle, Chainlink. There were so many altcoins that was exploding. Aerial Drone Finance, XLM, Stellar was doing excellent. We know yesterday they came out and announced the information about XRP Ripple and the SEC lawsuit that has been going on since 2020, been going on for 5 years. We've been hearing England over the past few months. Yesterday, they came out and said they are getting ready to, or they shook hands and they said, you know what, this is resolved. This is no longer going to be an issue. So now I think they're just waiting to place the ink on the paper. Yesterday, I think, was a verbal declaration. And now we need to see the ink. We need to see the paperwork showing that it's a wrap, that it's over. XRP was up yesterday 15%. That was excellent. Whenever you see XRP up 15%, up 10%, you know something is going on. That is a great catalyst. Whenever you see XRP running, you know the other altcoins will follow. Whenever you see Ethereum running, the other altcoins will be right behind it. These are two of the top coins. XRP yesterday got into the number 3rd spot, eclipsed Tether once again. Now XRP is the 3rd largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. It just flipped Tether. It was at number 4, now it's at number 3. Like I mentioned last night, there's only ever been one coin that have flipped the market cap of Bitcoin. Only one cryptocurrency coin in the history of cryptocurrency that has ever had a larger market cap than Bitcoin. That is XRP. Don't underestimate XRP. Don't underestimate Ethereum. These coins have been around for a very long time. These coins are very valuable and very useful in the whole ecosystem space of cryptocurrency. We understand that cryptocurrency blockchain is the new wave. What coins will be on the front line of this new wave? We know about Bitcoin. We know how powerful and useful Bitcoin is. What about Ethereum? What about XRP? You better make sure that you have a understanding of what these coins can do, what the possibility and probability of these coins, where will these coins be at in 5 years, 8 years from now? That is what's on my vision board. That is what I'm drafting up, discussing, breaking down, brainstorming, analyzing, looking for the future, what's going on, what could transpire once XRP really get released from this lawsuit, because we know prior to that, XRP has had a lot of partnerships that they was doing business with. They was getting ready to sign into a lot of agreements, a lot of partnerships with a lot of these large um, institutions as far as doing financial transactions, blockchain, digital assets, all that type of stuff. This was years ago. They signed NDAs, which is non-disclosure agreements, that they couldn't say anything until the case was over. We're very close to really having the ink set in that paper saying that the case is over. I know yesterday, I think that was just a verbal formality. Once it becomes official and I see the paperwork, I see the ink, I see Brad Garlinghouse signed off, I see the judge sign off. Man, if you thought yesterday was powerful and explosive, we haven't seen nothing. Phase 2 is in full effect. Pendle did its thing yesterday. Pendle is one of my best performance cryptocurrency plays of this cycle. Pendle, AROZ Network, and Turbo, I think I've made my most gains, my most profits on those three plays so far this cycle, and this cycle is far from over. Story IP's doing its thing. XRP, $3.25, excellent level. I mean, things are just happening and transpiring right before our eyes. Patience is once again proven to be one of the best tools that you can utilize. Imagine folks who sold their XRP when it was 75 cents. And then imagine those who've been holding since it was 50 cents back in October of last year, not even a year ago. Very close to doing a 8x. And if XRP hit $5, you're talking about a 10x, 50 cent to $5, just that quick. These are the gains that we like. These are the gains that we look forward to when we are investing in cryptocurrency. That's why we're in cryptocurrency. We could be in Apple. Apple's doing great also. Man, I've been making sure I got a lot of skin in the game at Apple. Apple was the largest company in the world. Now NVIDIA has eclipsed Apple. So Apple was like, okay, I see what's going on. I will not be far behind. I'm coming for my title again. So there's just a lot of things going on in the financial realm of investing. You want to make sure that you're diverse. I'm making sure that I got skin in the game in the stock market, NVIDIA, all this stuff moving. Looking at the stock market earlier today, things were looking good. A lot of the small cap stocks are doing good. Soon and very soon, we're going to see the small cap cryptocurrency coins start to explode. A la 2020, 2021. Things are lining up similar, very similar to how we were seeing things move and around the last cycle. I remember last cycle, a lot of the small cap penny stocks were doing good about this time, and the small cap altcoins hadn't exploded yet. So I'm like, damn, I'm kind of seeing the same thing. So just watching the various trends, I'm scrolling back, looking at my portfolios from last cycle. I'm looking at the charts and seeing when my small cap coins exploded last cycle. And then I'm trying to kind of lining it up with what's going on this cycle as far as phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. That is the gauge that I'm using. Phase 1, when did it happen this cycle? When did it end? When did it end last cycle? That's the gauge that I'm using. When did phase 2 end last cycle? That's the gauge that I'm using to kind of project what's going on this cycle. Patience is very important. Let this thing play out. I still got skin in the game in Bitcoin, large cap coins, small cap coins, um, meme coins. Yesterday, Ondo was listed on Robinhood right along with Floki. Floki and Ondo was listed on Robinhood. Um, Last cycle, Robinhood did a similar thing, listed various cryptocurrency coins. About 30 days after that, these coins had great movements, great explosions. This cycle is a little bit different. It is a little bit going in a little bit of a different direction as far as we haven't seen the straight line, the parabolic pump up like we saw last cycle. We haven't seen it yet this cycle. This cycle seems to be extended as far as the charts not really going straight up, but it's going up. I see the consistency, I see the growth, but it's not in a parabolic trend yet. We are making gains. We are making higher highs. We are going up, but it's just not straight up. It's just not quite a banana curve yet, which is what we want to see, which is what will represent altcoin season. So we still got time. We still got 4 or 5 months left. We still got some FOMC meetings that we want to see Jerome Powell come out and say, you know what? Interest rates have been cut 25 basis points, 50 basis points, whatever it is, that is what we are paying attention to. That's what we want to see. So until that time happens, we will continue to be patient. We will continue to stand on the 4 year cycle like we have been for the past few years. Even folks that are new, they've been standing on the 4 year cycle all this year. This year, 2025, oh man, we've seen so much. We've learned so much. If you have not learned anything in 2025, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you really need to come on over there and join us in the Patreon, because there have been a lot of learning lessons that we have been exposed to in 2025. Some things caught off guard, some things we had already projected. So patience has been one of the best things that we have been utilizing, staying firm into our plays that we really believe in, even though they are not spiked up where we want them to be, but we know it is coming. Time will tell. We're seeing great things transpire. One of the things we was waiting on was the resolution between XRP and the SEC. That is happening. So we're seeing some great things happening. Another thing that we are and have been expecting, interest rate cuts haven't happened yet. Imagine what that day will look like. Imagine what it looked like when Jerome Powell come to the podium and say interest rates are cut. Oh, the market will probably pop a champagne bottle. XRP, Bitcoin will probably pop a champagne bottle. S&P 500, NASDAQ, everybody gonna be celebrating. That is one of the things that we got to look forward to. But in the meantime and in between time, we continue to stick to our fundamentals. If we do see any dips, you got a dollar cost averaging, you got to buy into the dips. That is the best way to counter a dip. Like if you got a bully in front of you, the best way to counter a bully is to act crazy. You want to make sure you protect yourself. Okay, I could swing harder than you. You dip down 15%, I'll dip down 16%. I'm gonna buy you at 15%. That's how tough I am. That's how much I believe and will be standing on this 4 year cycle. So come on over there. Join us in the Patreon. We have a great cryptocurrency community. We talk about the stock market, cryptocurrency, buy, sell signals, exit plans, all that good stuff. We would love to see you over there. But like I say, I just continue to come to you guys every day just to continue to give you that good encouragement. Coming to you guys every day to give you that good motivation. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Collar That, and I'm out.